Dilip Buildcon. After it getting ousted from the ASM list, you saw a big relief rally come in on the stock price. So let's welcome on board Rohan Suryavanshi, Director Strategy and Planning at Dilip Buildcon. Rohan, hi, morning. Must be a big relief for you now that the stock is out of the ASM framework.
Good morning, Aisha, and good morning to both Nikunj and Tanveer as well. Yes, it is. There is a big relief for not just for us, but I think for all stakeholders that the stock is out of the ASM list. I think any kind of intervention that the government or the regulator does, it always leaves, some amount of fear in all stakeholders' minds. And even though this was completely and entirely related to volatility, and the regulator wanted to control the volatility of all the stocks which had seen huge prices differences. But I think because they had not initially conveyed that, and because people were not sure what this list is, there was even more fear mongering in the market and a lot of unnecessary rumors. But I think eventually when they came out with the reason why they put companies into it, there was some sanity. But now I think once we are out of it, we are extremely glad, and I think as are all our stakeholders.
Did the regulator ask you for any data, any indications on anything which helped them change their view?
No, they did not. It's an entirely. If you look at the notice that they sent out about why stocks are put under ASM, there's also a bunch of reasons why they will take it out. So everything that the ASM list had to do was with volatility. There was nothing else. If the price movement has been volatile, the idea was they wanted to protect, small investors from this, and that's why curtail on the volatility. But I think when we look at the data for all the stocks which are put under ASM, I don't think the authorities were able to really meet what their original target was. But I think that was the idea. They haven't asked for us for any information. In fact, we wrote to them initially asking them why we were put under ASM. At that time, since they had not disclosed the reasons for the ASM, it was a very standard reply. But later, when the disclosures were made public, I think then we were also explained. And in fact, I went and personally met the exchanges and understood what it was about. So it was everything that they had to do was about just with price volatility.
Fair enough. So that's that aspect of the business. Yesterday it was quite interesting to see how Dilip Buildcon turned out to be the lowest bidder for that near $1 billion, actually $1 billion plus order coming in from Coal India. Can you talk about that contract?
Absolutely. The contract is about $100 million, not $1 billion. So this is about 700 crores plus. This contract is in the state of Madhya Pradesh. It's given by one of the Coal India subsidiaries, Northern Coalfields, and this is a contract for overburden removal. And this is the kind of work that we've been already doing in the past. So it's nice to have another contract in the same field that we're doing, and this is also mine that we've already been working on. So we already have existing presence there. So it's another contract that we won.
Broadly, when we spoke to you last time, you were optimistic. You were of the view that it is business as usual and the order book is likely to only swell up in the second half of this year. Now, I have just one follow-up question. You've got elections next year, which is general election, and you've got important state elections in the second half of this year. Could that have an impact on your state business or Sarkari business at all?
A very important question, and I think this is a question on a lot of in our investors as well and other stakeholders. So let me first answer where is our current order book. Today, our current order book is at about 26,000 crore plus. Now, all 99.7% of these orders are from the central government. So we don't really we're not working with state governments anymore, whether it is our state or any other state. We don't work a lot with state governments. We don't have any. We don't have any problem working with state governments, and we continue working with them. But it's just that in the priorities of things, we prefer a central government than state government. And we're working in 17 states. So that is where it is. Now, coming to order inflow, we do not doubt the amount of orders that are going to come in this year as well. The Honorable Minister has already spoken on multiple forums of the number of contracts that they want to give out. NHAI has said that they want to give out about 20,000 kilometers worth of road contracts this year, which is higher than what they did last year. And if you look at the trend for the last 4 years, every year they've given a higher order inflow than what they had done in the previous year. So that is very, we see that. And then what we can see is the orders that are in the pipeline, which might not be available to the public at large right now, but we can see all those orders which are being, which the government is on the verge of launching out. So this year is again going to be a very, very strong year in terms of the number of orders that are going to come out. They will give out more than 1.5 lakh crores of worth of road orders in this financial year. And we do not doubt that at all. So once this year picks up, you will see that. And because it's an election year, it's also very important for the government to give out all these contracts before those days, so that, they can also showcase the amount of work that they're doing. Yeah, so
okay, Rohan, good to hear that, and the conviction, I guess, is only making shareholders as well breathe a sigh of relief. First, after the stock getting ousted from the SM list, and today also you're seeing big relief and a nice smart follow through from yesterday's move.